So when I say about GIS, there are two types of data sets, vector data and the raster data. Vector data is generally uh, consisting of three main points. First is point data set. For example, when we open any Google Map or Ola or Uber Maps, we see point locations. So any particular spot or any particular location, for example, shop or mall or hotel are defined as a point data set. The line data sets are generally defined for road networks. Any kind of networks, for example, electricity network, gas pipeline network, or sewerage networks, those features are represented in the lines format. And polygons format can be rectangular or any particular shape with respect to the object on the earth. For example, if I'm looking at a particular imagery or looking at a particular house uh, from air, so I see a orthogonal space. So I draw one polygon around it. It might be a square or it might be in any irregular shaped polygon. So these three particular features covers all the data sets on the earth. So as you see on the right hand side, the lowest layer is composite overlay and the topmost layer are different layers. For example, we go from the bottom. So survey control as in we have particular area, we have a particular bounding box under which we are trying to do the surveys. Then we have soils. So we have mapped where these soils are and we have created polygons around it. Then we have land cover, how that particular, for example, say New York or New Jersey, how that particular area has different land covers, where there is a hilly areas, where there is a water, wetlands, or floodplains. On the top of it, we are applying zoning, like where are the wards, where are the counties, where are the sub counties in that particular base, and the topographic base, which gives information about the elevation of the data. So when we overlay all of these layers, we get a composite overlay, which can be entirely shown through these three features: points, lines, and polygons. So this concludes the vector data sets. Now moving ahead to the raster data sets, as I gave you example of the image has, like we all know, we have some mobile cameras with certain pixel capacity or capturing certain pixel capacity area. So raster is consisting of a matrix of cells that is called as pixels, which are organized into rows and columns that are also called as grids. So we all know, like, this particular place might be called as IAJ, like first row, first column, first to second column, that way. So each particular pixel gives us a certain value. One grid has only one value, and that gives us information about that particular area. And these particular pixel values or that is also called as resolution, that matters. Now let's compare the vector data and raster data over here. So on the downhand side, we have river network and other features on the earth, and how they are represented in the raster datasets. So raster datasets are continuous datasets, and vector can be discontinuous. So when we say continuous, as in one pixel, one value, and then continuation of it. Uh, After this, understanding the raster overlay at a pixel level. So when we talk about pixel, how do we generally define pixel is, consider we took one pixel out of it, and the height and width of that particular cell, when we combine that, we get the information about that, how much area is being covered by that particular pixel. So if you see, as resolution is lower in geospatial context, though the value is large, we say as a lower resolution, and the lesser the value, higher the resolution. So lesser the value, higher the resolution gives more accuracy to the data sets. So if we say I have 8 meter raster, then it's 8 into 8, 64 meter square area that is being covered by one pixel. Similarly here, 1 into 1 meter square area being covered by this particular cell of each and every images. So in this way, we define the raster data sets.